Welcome to Blackpool Zoo. The zoo opened in 1972. The site had previously been Stanley Park Aerodrome. 2005 saw the opening of the Dinosaur Safari, a walkthrough exhibition featuring models of 32 life-size dinosaurs around the trail. Giraffes were reintroduced to the zoo in 2008 after an absence of 14 years, and over 0.5 million was invested in the new giraffe's house and pens. The zoo is a 32-acre site and provides a home to over 1,500 animals from all over the world. The zoo has recently changed ownership twice, once in 2003 and again in 2007, resulting in continued investment each year. Time talks are given at various times in the day regarding tortoises, sea lion display, penguins, elephants, creepy crawlies, orangutans, big cats and giraffes.
Dai, vieni, bawa.
you have a look?
Okay, that's fine.
Do you want to get the monkeys?
I'll meet you.
We'll be alright, yeah. Caitlin! Come here, Caitlin, look. See his bum.
Get all big one.
Look.
Hello. 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 It's Batman. Good Adam.
Cute little baby one. Following its mummy.
I was thinking about putting sandwiches up when they were hot. Well, the sugar.
Talking today. I have put some food in his outdoor paddock at the moment, although he's inside. So today she's got indoor out. You can see her inside, and I'm sure at some point today she could be out in her paddock to feed because she's got lots of around the enclosure to aid with digestion. And as I say, she will eat throughout the day. Now these elephants eat up to about 25 stone of food a day, which, as you can imagine,
found a frog. So you're all clear on that. Now, one of the things which makes a parrot is the fact that these birds have got two features together, which lots of other birds have got, but they've got one or the other. Now, one of which is this big hook-shaped beak. Now, lots have this, but woodpeckers and toucans, they've got a long, straight beak, whereas the parrots, like I said earlier, have all got this big, long, big, long hook-shaped beak, like you can see just there. Now, that beak with Ronaldo can bite down incredibly hard. In fact, it can bite down with over 1,000 pounds per square inch of jaw pressure. So it's quite easy for a bird like you to break a finger or two, isn't it? That's right. That's why you're not allowed to bite anyone, are you, Ronaldo? No, you're not. So hopefully I'm going to remain with all my fingers intact throughout the rest of the display. Now, having said that, Ronaldo here is a Greenwood macaw. These are the second largest out of all the types of parrots in the world. They come from the Amazon rainforest, exactly the same place as these two at the top. Now at the top we've got Paddy and Rick. Paddy here is the yellow-named Amazon parrot. Rick is a double yellow-headed Amazon parrot. But they're also joined by another lovely little bird. His name's Rio, and Rio here is a Timney parrot. Now Timney parrots, they come from Africa. They look like an African grey for a very good reason, because they're actually very closely related to them. In fact, these guys are a little bit smaller and they don't have that bright red tail. Now, Rio's come out today to show us one of her favourite toys. Now, this one here, it was a toy which we put in her aviary, but over time she learned how to do this that well that we decided to put it in our display. Now, the trick of this, with this one is to pull out all of those little sticks, and when all those sticks pull out, what happens is this yellow cup drops down to the bottom. Now when that yellow cup drops down to the bottom, Rio gets a nice big treat, which today is a little bit of dried banana chip, Rio's absolute favourite. You've done a great job for us, but it is time for us to say goodbye to you. Now Rio can fly, she's got all of her wing feathers. Unfortunately, she's very lazy and she chooses not to. So what we're going to do today is we're going to send Rio out the back of Orange by getting Rio to run up this handrail. Now Rio's legs are only about 2 inches long, so this is about how fast she can run. So look at that, she's done incredibly well today. Let's give her a nice big round of applause. Now Rio is making her way out, but Zippo's made his way back in. Now Zippo here is a Papoulian conure. Now Papoulian come from the far southern tip of South America, and they build their nests in inaccessible places like cliff faces. Now these birds, when they build their nests, they build burrows. So if you want to see one of these birds, have a look on the floor and you see them poking their heads out of little tunnels just like this. Now also, I need to mention birds, when they're out in the wild, they find their fruit nuts, veg and seed at the ends of the thin twigs at the ends of the branches. Now unfortunately for these birds, what happens is that those thin twigs will bend and break underneath their body weight. So what they do is they use their beak and their feet together to pull the thin twigs in towards themselves. Now this bucket weighs 600 grams, Ronaldo weighs 1,200, so this is just a little great job. He's managed to pull that bucket all the way up to the top there, and hopefully he's going to get a nice big round of applause for this as well. Now Ronaldo, you made that look very, very easy today, but we do have another parrot which would love to show us how this works for him as well. Now his name's Rick, and Rick feeds on exactly the same thing as Ronaldo when they're out in the wild. They come from the same area, and their food grows very equally at the ends of the big twigs, at the ends of the branches. So Rick, what I'd like you to do, is stop that bucket moving and show us how you get your food. That's right, you have a look for it, and then you cheat and abseil out. Just like that. Now, Rick, you've done a great job today. This is exactly what the Amazon parrots do. Because they're not heavy enough to bend and break those branches, what happens is that they can climb out to the edges of the thin twigs at the ends of the branches, just like so. So unfortunately, it's time for us to say goodbye to Rick. So what I'd like to do is give Rick a nice big round of applause. So likes to copy the builders as well. So Paddy, why don't you show these guys out here what the builders do when they see a pretty lady. And if they get too close, they always want to give them a nice big kiss. Alright, so anyway, Paddy, It's time to send you out the back to Lawrence, but before we go, there's one more thing he'd like to say to us all. What's that? There we go, let's have a nice big round of applause for our lovely little Amazon parrot back there. To meet them. So here's Skittles, and behind me somewhere, we've got little Tucker. And Skittles and Tucker are rainbow lorikeets, and in the wild, these birds, they fly around Australia and they look for any nectar that they can find, which is found in the flowers. Now they're too heavy to just climb on the flowers, so what these birds do is they're middle. Now these two here are a pair, and the reason why I know that these two are a pair is because when they think I'm not looking, they like to try and give each other a bit of a kiss, just like that. Now, it's only parrots which are in pairs which do this, and when these birds are actually pairing up, what they do is they link onto their beaks and they shake their heads up and down, and that's how you know that they love each other. Now these two now are rainbow lorikeets, and rainbow lorikeets are some of the most back to Lawrence. Now, Lawrence is Unfortunately, he's not fainting his back. Ronaldo's fully conscious, he's awake. And from this position, we can actually check Ronaldo over. So we can check his feet, we can trim his claws if we need to, we can check the movement in his legs, we can check his grip. He gets to hold on to our hand just like that, as well as being able to check his wings. As you can see, Ronaldo's got a full set of wings there. He just doesn't like using them, so he doesn't fly at the moment. He just hasn't had any confidence. But from this position, what we can do is we can give Ronaldo an injection, or we can even pick him up, put him on the table, walk away from him, leave him there, whilst we take an x-ray, because we need to be a safe distance away. But once Ronaldo's done it right, then what we do is we come back over, we tell him he's a good boy, and we tell him to roll back over, and he knows that from this, what happens there is he gets a nice big round of applause once again. That's me, Ronaldo from Lawrence, and all of our wonderful birds. Unfortunately, bye-bye from all of us at our bird arena.